Majin Buu's defeat ushered in a time of peace and prosperity for the Dragon Team. For a matter of years, they were able to enjoy peace and tranquility before being rudely interrupted by the awakening of Beerus, the god of destruction. So too is the same with today's what-if scenario continuation of What If Raditz fought Goku at Kame House. If you're new to this channel, part 1 is right above my head. We've completed the Z side of things and we're moving on to Super, so be sure to subscribe. In our last part, we saw a spectacular end to the battle against Majin Buu. What was drawn out and lengthy and caused the death of half the Dragon Team ended fairly abruptly as he was quickly overpowered. A very powerful version of Piccolo, Ultimate Gohan, Raditz, and Goku all charged at Kid Buu at once, and he didn't stand a chance. But what came after was what was truly important. Vegeta helped him to retrieve Caracol from within his fused being. Piccolo decided to go to the planet of the Kais to achieve the ultimate form himself, while Goku and others decided to go to New Namek. The reason? Goku wanted to finally hear his father's voice. And hearing Bardock's voice made all the difference in his views of Saiyan pride. Everyone in the room had their views changed, even if just by a little bit. Even Gohan saw a side of Raditz that he hadn't before, an emotional side, missing his father. But the only one there who was moved about as much as Goku was Vegeta. Now, although this version of Vegeta was definitely more prideful for the sake of the Saiyan race as a whole rather than just himself, he still had some growing to do, and this definitely made all the difference to him. He left that house with a new outlook on life itself, along with Goku, and the two of them continued on their way with this newfound spirit. But how will all of these changes affect the events of Super? Let's find out. Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, and Gohan made their leave from Moneto's house and said their goodbyes. Vegeta, however, insisted on staying behind.
I've got a thing or two to take care of here, Kakarot. Come get me in a day or two, alright?
The other three of them agreed and made their leave, and after they were gone, Vegeta turned to Elder Mori.
This isn't a demand, and I'm definitely not going to say please, but if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to use the Dragon Balls.
Elder Mori was a little surprised by the request.
But of course, Vegeta, you are welcome to use our Dragon Balls at any time. However, why not use the Earth ones? And why not do it now, before your friends had left?
What I want to wish for isn't something I want Kakarot and Raditz to be aware of for now.
Very well. Come with me.
Elder Mori and Vegeta went from village to village gathering the Dragon Balls. He made multiple wishes, and a day or two later, Goku made his return to gather him. Years passed, and with it came a lot of training. Vegeta especially was frustrated that Piccolo came back stronger than ever. Piccolo and Gohan both had an ultimate form unlocked, and the two of them were constantly sharpening each other's skills. The Saiyans wanted in on the action, and they grew stronger as well. Nappa finally managed to achieve Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta decided to take a second whack at it himself. And because of Vegeta's hard work and dedication mastering the art of Super Saiyan 2, he already had knowledge under his belt on what to do with Super Saiyan 3 when he finally decided to go at it again. And he did it. He was the first one to manage to control the power leak that came out of Super Saiyan 3, at least to a degree. Consider it Super Saiyan 3 Grade 2. More time passed and the other three Saiyans managed to unlock Grade 2 of the Super Saiyan 3 form as well. It made it much easier, especially for Nappa. This entire time too, Vegeta was mulling over telling Goku and Raditz about the wishes he had made on New Namek. He ultimately decided against it because if it was meant to be, they would find out eventually. These mysterious wishes remained in the back of his mind, and they were pushed even further back as his wife's birthday celebration was fast approaching. Many friends planned to attend, including ones from other planets, so there was too much planning to do to worry about anything else. The day of the celebration arrived and many people were in attendance, from Vegeta to Majin Buu, Granola to Raditz. Everyone was there, except for Goku, of course. He had let them know that he was going to do some training on King Kai's planet, and, as per usual, time was lost to him. And this time it was his fault, not King Kai's. But on another planet, a cat had stirred from its slumber. It was Beerus, the god of destruction.
Whis, I believe I had an intriguing dream. One of a Super Saiyan god. Would you happen to know anything about that?
My Lord Beerus. It's not like you to wake up and immediately want to go to action. What is this dream that you had, and why does it intrigue you so?
It's probably nothing, Whis, but it could very well be a decent fight. Do you know of any Saiyans or not?
I suppose I could consult the staff. Whis knew that Beerus had given Frieza orders to destroy Planet Vegeta years ago, so when he searched his staff expecting to see Planet Vegeta's rubble, he was surprised. The planet was there, but no one was on it. Oh well, maybe Frieza just eradicated the race and left the planet intact? Seems odd, but he kept looking. And sure enough, on King Kai's planet, he found a lone Saiyan, seemingly training. Much like in the original, Whis and Beerus go there in search for the Super Saiyan God. Goku shows off Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3, and accepts a fight against Beerus. Now, Goku doesn't even stand somewhat of a chance against Beerus, but he's not as weak as he is in the original. It takes the slightest amount of effort for him to actually be defeated, and Beerus does take note of this.
You're no Super Saiyan God, but if all the Saiyans are like you, then this God must be something worthy of fighting. Whis, are there any others out there?
Ah, yes, Lord Beerus. I actually found several on the planet Earth while you were fighting this one. Shall we take our leave? Oh, and I should add, they're surrounded by what looks like such delectable foods.
What? Delectable foods, you say? Next time, just lead with that. You don't even need to mention Saiyans.
With that, the two of them disappeared. Back at the party, Chi-Chi was pacing back and forth trying to quell the anger that was forming inside of her for Goku being late. Vegeta was also a little upset as well, knowing that Goku had snuck off to continue training, getting an upper hand on him while he was busy dealing with his wife's celebration. But that anger quickly turned into fear when he saw Beerus appear. Everything from then on began to fall apart rapidly. Vegeta was waiting on Beerus hand and foot, and everyone was wondering why. Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, bowing to some other being? He must be powerful. But none of them seemed to take it seriously, Majin Buu especially, who was very selfish with his food, did not want to share with Beerus, and it irked him. And when Bulma got on his bad side and he slapped her, Vegeta let loose. The fear was gone, and was replaced completely by anger. And he actually packed a punch against Beerus, even more than in the original. And Beerus was surprised. Vegeta was just using Super Saiyan 3, like that other Saiyan he fought, and yet, he's actually putting up a decent effort against him. Not nearly enough to win, but it was enough to catch him off guard.
Not bad, Prince of all the half a dozen Saiyans left in existence. However, here's my rebuttal.
Beerus powered up just the slightest bit more and knocked Vegeta promptly into the ocean. Vegeta came out of it, but he was very injured and resigned in defeat. But what comes next is a bit of a surprise. Behind Beerus comes two clunks, and he looks behind him to see a turban and a robe hit the ground, with Piccolo staring him down.
You were someone that commanded Vegeta's respect, so right off the bat I knew you'd be powerful. I can't sense even an ounce of power out of you. However, I can tell. You beat Vegeta back with ease. So if you're just looking for a fight, I'm happy to give you one. In return, if I perform well enough, please, leave Earth alone. I sense trace amounts of godly ki coming from you, Namekian. You've been training on the world of the Kais, haven't you? I came to fight the Super Saiyan God, and I'm going to do it. But I suppose I could spare some time for you.
The two of them traveled into the sky, very high up, in the hopes that Earth wouldn't be damaged, and they began to fight. Piccolo didn't hold back whatsoever. He immediately went into his ultimate state, and Beerus was oddly surprised. And beyond that, he was actually impressed. Piccolo, this Namekian, actually put up a heck of a fight against him and made him put forth a good amount of effort. He wasn't actually able to win, and Beerus didn't have to go all out, but it was definitely something God-worthy. And then he thought to himself, he had a dream about a Super Saiyan God, but what about a Namekian God? Is this possible? Piccolo was eventually defeated, but Beerus was actually pretty satisfied with the battle, and he decided then and there he wasn't going to destroy Earth. At least, so long as, of course, they managed to successfully produce a Super Saiyan God for him. The fight against the Super Saiyan God didn't really matter to him that much anymore, but it was the principle of the matter. If they didn't produce one, he would still destroy the planet. And Goku finally did show up with a plan. He was injured, but a senzu bean was thrown his way, and through being healed, he made the suggestion that they would wish upon Shenron for knowledge of the Super Saiyan God. And that's exactly what they did. Now, they already had enough Saiyans there to do it. They had Raditz, Goku, Vegeta, Nappa, Trunks, Goten, and Gohan. So, they had plenty of people to perform the ritual. But who they decided upon wasn't necessarily based on strength. They went with Goku, just like they did in the original, not because he was the strongest. Vegeta was actually a little bit stronger than him right now because of his more advanced usage of Super Saiyan 3. That being said, because he had the idea, he was given the opportunity because they knew that they could all receive the ritual down the road. And Beerus went up in the sky with Goku. The two of them clashed, and Beerus came back down after defeating Goku with a little thing in mind.
That still didn't compare to me. That being said, Saiyan, it was God-worthy. But I will leave you with a little bit more information. That Namekian over there is a bit stronger than you. Anyway, we'll be back, so keep on training. Come on, Whis, we've got other things to do. Grab some food on the way out.
And with that, the God of Destruction, satisfied with the battles he got to face today, took his leave with the Angel Attendant. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. If you like situations like these where the Dragon Team is stronger than their original counterparts, check out this one where Kid, Trunks, and Goten time traveled and some overpowered shenanigans ensued. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.